Glad as always to have you back with us. Glad to be on the inside, not just this hour, but throughout much of the day. It's been cold and wet and just not nice. The good news is the rain's about to stop. It's about to change. It's going to be a change over to snow before too long, and when it does, it's going to be quick, and then it's going to be white. And we're right now standing to pick up anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of white stuff before it's all said and done. And some folks, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I'll update your weather forecast, which has everyone's attention at this hour, in just a few moments. We'll also cover last night's Sayersville City Council meeting, a financial report, and Christmas events discussed, among other items of business. I'll wrap up some school board coverage from last week, a couple of different meetings this evening, and an update on Operation Fall Harvest at the behest of the Johnson County Sheriff's Department and Kentucky State Police in just a second. We are under, as you can well imagine, a winter weather advisory. No newsflash there, I don't think. And after the snow that we'll talk more about in a few moments, we are still going to see cold conditions. Tomorrow we'll see snow and blustery conditions about. Then on Thanksgiving Day, we're going to clear up. It's going to be sunny and calm, but we're still talking about the low 30s at best for daytime highs. Then from there on, we'll get into the 40s and kind of slowly build from the low 40s to the mid and upper 40s throughout the forecast period. So no big warm-up in store. More on the snow in just a second. Well, several days since Governor Steve Beshear said that he was going to go along with President Obama's health care solution to allow thousands of people renew their insurance policies, which had been canceled under Obamacare for another year. Officials are saying today that only some of the insurers in the Commonwealth are deciding to reoffer those policies as they were to insured. So far, some companies, Humana, one of the most notable, among those who are opting to allow plan extensions, affecting the nearly 300,000 Kentuckians, individuals, and small businesses throughout the state of Kentucky in Kentucky's individual insurance market who have or would have gotten notices that their plans were being changed or canceled because they no longer complied with the Affordable Care Act. So not everyone is being allowed, or at least has the opportunity, we should say, to get back to their old plans, as was supported by the President and our Governor, Beshear of Kentucky. Well, it started off on a slippery note this morning. For us, pretty much as was expected, some rain melted away rather quickly. Some pretty white snow that fell late last night. However, in the upper elevations, say on US 23 around Jenkins, well, you can imagine what they dealt with there. 23 was shut down for several hours this morning after several auto accidents, none of a serious injury nature that I'm aware of, but indeed some complications that we will be in on before you know it. We'll get to that when we get to your weather forecast. Right now, an update on Operation Fall Harvest. I spoke with Johnson County Sheriff Dwayne Price just before coming into the newsroom, who informed me that they are still searching for several individuals related to yesterday's roundup, but have made a few arrests since I reported to you last. Price says they're still working on getting all 28 behind bars. That's how many were sought yesterday in Operation Fall Harvest. Arrested after airtime yesterday, Kendra Wells in jail on charges of manufacturing and possession of methamphetamine. The 24-year-old woman from Paintsville is one of several individuals who were either arrested or being sought after on methamphetamine-related charges, as Price told us yesterday. Most all of the roundup dealing with prescription pills that make up commonly what's referred to as the Kentucky cocktail and methamphetamine. No heroin-related charges in this roundup. He says that he knows it's out there, but so far it's not showing up in their investigations. Price also tells me that his department took into custody a Ronald Lee Ward. However, his photograph was not available from the Big Sandy jail at this time. They're still searching for several others, including 2 McGoffin Countyans identified as an Eddie G. Adams, wanted on drug-related charges, and a Joshua Dodderer wanted on meth-related charges, both men involved in the trafficking of drugs in the Johnson County area. Those, among several others, still being sought after by the state police and Johnson County authorities at this hour. In addition to those are individuals identified as Jennifer D. Harris, Sarah Dennison, Shyla Selvage, Donald Davis, James Marr Lemaster, Michael Wallace Salyers, Matthew Joseph Meek, Connie Penrod, Larry Dooley, and Orville Allen Doyle. Price says that if you know or see any of those individuals, have any information about their whereabouts, to please call the Johnson County Sheriff's Department or your local agency or the Kentucky State Police. I've got other news and your weather forecast, slowly getting to that in just a few moments. It's big, it's bold, and it's bursting with flavor. And right now, it's just $1.99. That's right, our famous BLT at your Sangersville Dairy Queen is just $1.99. The best way we know how to say Happy Thanksgiving. So get your hands on one all day Wednesday, all day Friday, and only all day Wednesday and all day Friday. And only at your Sangersville Dairy Queen, where our famous BLT is just $1.99. All the gorgeous and festive ornaments, home decor and design, the Christmas collections of dish and tableware, bedding, art, and more, not to mention the trees. Oh, the trees, each more stunning than the last. All at the same place Santa shops for those neat and unique gifts for him or her, the little ones, or even our four-legged friends. It's Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop, where the region's most breathtaking display of holiday magic awaits. And it's where this Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving, everything Christmas will be 30% off, and everything else in the entire store will be marked off 20% or more. Whether you need to shop or decorate a little or a lot, you need to stop by the seasonal shop in downtown Sangersville.
Have a buck, get a truck. Now at Hutch Chevrolet, buy any new or pre-owned truck or car for $1. And get a shotgun or rifle just in time for deer season. If you got $1, get a truck. For example, 2013 Chevy Silverado was $37,000. Bucks and trucks price $25,990. Only at Hutch Chevrolet Buick GMC in Paintsville, Kentucky.
Sangersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce the newest members of our family, Administrator Elaine Jones and our full-time chaplain Mark Campbell and volunteer Richard Green, new faces with the same sincere desire as these, to assist you and your family with short-term rehabilitation solutions or long-term nursing care needs, close to home and those that you love. Sangersville Nursing and Rehabilitation.
Tom Turkey here. Home Furniture's cooking up some sweet deals for the holidays. Buy a dining room suit and get 50% off the matching hutch. Buy a living room suit or sectional and get the matching chair or recliner 50% off. Buy any bedroom group and get a free mattress pad and sheet set. Plus, 0% interest for 3 years to qualified buyers. Make Thanksgiving a little tastier with your choice of a free ham or turkey with minimum purchase. Hurry into Home Furniture, Highlands Plaza, Prestonsburg.
Hey, thanks for watching Your News Today. And if you're in the market for a used vehicle, come to Premier Motor Sales in Paintsville, Kentucky. A good example is this 2005 GMC Canyon with the off-road package and automatic transmission. We had it at $98.50, and right now during the month of November, we cut the price down to $88.50. We love trade-in, so come see us at Premier Motor Sales in Paintsville.
Game time means wing time at Lee's, and that means it's time for you to try our new buffalo wings. I can't tell you our secret, but I can tell you they're marinated and then rolled in our famous, albeit a little spicy, crispy chicken batter and served up with any of our 7 delectable sauces. So get your hands on a meal or a box today at your Sangersville Lee's famous recipe, where no one does chicken like we do chicken. Right now, I'll wrap up coverage of not one but 2 McGoffin County Board of Education meetings from last week. In the first of the 2, all school principals of McGoffin County were invited to address the school board and give them remarks and input in regards to goals that they had met and set for themselves in their schools since in regards to K-Prep testing. Willie Coles, Sangersville grade school principal, is the last one to hear from tonight, where much of his time was spent discussing items and needs that he still had post-tornado, some of which were addressed in part that evening, but more so in the second meeting of the week. Principal Cole began by addressing the school board, reminding them that the Sangersville grade school did make the largest jump of schools in McGoffin County, 43 to 52, and they're already focusing on attendance as well as improving those assessment scores for the next round of testing. However, they're doing it without specific tools and items and security that's needed, he said, since tornadoes of March the 2nd. The insurance company has still yet to resolve issues. More than 50 security cameras still not working in the school that he considers a serious security issue. The access card reader system still not functioning. Some phones in some classrooms, intercoms not functioning. No heat or cooling in some rooms. Now, that's not in involving any classrooms or impacting any classrooms, but other rooms within the school are impacted. And instructional items such as smart boards, which have been replaced but not wired in, and some other items.
Verify. Everything on this list is something that we had before the tornado hit. It's a resource that we had available.
And it's not there now.
And it's not there now.
Right, after the point.
Right.
So some
Right.
of it, okay.
Well, I might be talking out of school here, but we're talking about the insurance company. We're talking about lawyers. It could be 20 years before we get them settled with us.
That's right.
Well, we know that our kids can't go that length of time without a lot of these
They can't go
things.
through the winter without heat.
Right, I mean-
No way. Have they provided you with some of these contents, really, or?
Well, with some of the contents, for the most part,
Some things that were lost in the tornado, I guess I should say.
I think to address your question, I'll answer it this way. This list is smaller than it was
Okay.
in August,
Well,
and I believe that's the spirit of your question.
they're just kind of chipping away at it, in other words. But
Right.
You're
But
good,
we've
you're
been
good
at
by
it-
the bare bones. You've got a nice big building, but all the innards of it
Yeah.
aren't complete. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Well, I think what the board needs to do is we need to sit down and pick out what's the urgent stuff, which I know it's all needs, but we need to prioritize.
And I would ask on behalf of the Cyrus Grade School if I could allow just a word of input, and then you guys do what you need to do to consider those options. I would ask that those things that be given priority would be those things that relate to building security and those things that relate to instructional practice.
Heating and cooling is definitely a big issue.
Right. And-
So I think that is foremost
Right.
top priority, because you have to have a job.
You better talk to your Ken Davis and those people that's over this first.
Well, we need to
You'll be
have
here
Kenny
next
Davis
board
and
meeting.
them
That's
Yeah,
Thursday.
that's
right?
Yes,
Thursday night.
Better talk to him first.
You know-
Spend a lot of money.
I will concede some points, and if necessary, help you cross off some things. I heard you mention blinds. We could probably get by for a while without.
We'll cross off.
I'll take a priority.
I'm working across-
I'm working across some of them already.
Yeah.
Let's keep
Yeah.
them warm, they put the blinds in,
The-
they are handy.
The speaker system that we had in the library was real nice, but nobody's going to have a heart attack if that comes a little later.
However, when it comes to the security system, the cameras, the instructional tools, all of that, of course, was placed on the top of the list. And all of it was questioned to the construction manager, Kenny Davis, during the next meeting of the McGoffin County Board of Education. That was the following Thursday night. And I do have minutes from the meeting that indicate that he had already had information to provide to the school board on many of those topics. The speakers, the cameras, the smart boards, projectors, some parts that had been waited on had just arrived, and the majority of the issues, not all, but the majority of the issues were to be fixed, hopefully beginning as soon as next week. In mind or in reference to the heat and air conditioning, an insurance claim that's pre-existing, and that's still being wrestled over with insurance companies, and they're still not able to go ahead with that in order to keep from assuming the complete liability and cost themselves. However, it is not impacting any classrooms, as was reiterated during Thursday's meeting. Two other items, at least, that came out of Thursday's meeting. The school system is about to purchase 4 new school buses. They will be purchased in the month of May through KISTA, the Kentucky Interlocal School Transportation Association. It's a financing authority. Some of the current fleet is about to be paid off. The school will be purchasing another 4 buses thereafter. And also some audit information, which we're still going over and will provide for you at a later date in regards to an interview we hope to conduct with Superintendent of Schools Stanley Holbrook about the audit, which shed a positive light on the school system, which was one of few to be in the black for the last fiscal year. I'll have City Council coverage in a moment. Right now, let's turn over and see what's happening on tonight's community calendar, brought to you by your local Farm Bureau agent, Doug Green, at McGoffin Farm Bureau. This is Chester, and Chester's gone missing. This is Chester, the Corgi Beagle mix, who was last seen in and around the Oil Springs school area. Chester is on medication, and there's a cash award or reward being offered for return or information leading to his return. And I've got a couple of phone numbers for you. Just don't have them typed in. My apologies. 454-3008. And there's a local number, 297-1833. I'll get those numbers in tomorrow and have them on the bottom of your screen. If you see Chester between now and then, give me a call. We'll get you those numbers and get you in touch with Chester's owner and get you in Get in your hands that cash reward. Chester, a Corgi Beagle mix last seen in the Oil Springs school area. 297-1833. Birthdays tonight include the following. Happy birthday, Charlena Faye Reisner, 22 years old. Love your husband, Jesse. Happy birthday to you, Charlena. Happy birthday to Joseph Watkins, 45. I think 45 today. From your sister, Ruby, and family and friends, happy birthday to you, Joseph. Happy 45th. And happy birthday, it says, to Robert James from Dad, Mom, your brother Johnny, Betty, and baby Jonathan. They love you very much and want you to have the happiest of birthdays. Happy birthday, Robert James. Other announcements, the Styersville Loan Company is going to be closed Wednesday and Thursday for Thanksgiving. They will reopen this week on Friday for normal business hours. Happy Thanksgiving. And a benefit show and auction for Kenneth Rao, December the 1st at 2 o'clock. It's going to be at the old Henry Joseph building behind the Baptist Church in Royalton. They're going to have an auction and food and bluegrass music. And for donation information, you can contact the following numbers, 884-5058 or 496-5837. Everyone's invited, and if you can help, please give those numbers a call, 884-5058, 496-5837. And I just got word, Candy Cane Lane opens tonight at 6. That means it's open now. They have now widened the road to 2 lanes, makes it easy in, easy out, and it also allows for you to have enough room to take a walking tour if you so desire, but they do stress. And if you go up there, and a lot of folks are going to, if you take the walking tour, to stay on the road, because they've got a lot of ties and wires and cords lying in places that might cause a trip hazard. So everyone just stay on the road and have a safe and wonderful time and enjoy yourself at Candy Cane Lane. Of course, you don't know, Candy Cane Lane is the Christmas display there at the Gardner Farm at the top of the Ivy Point Hill on the left in the curve. Use a little extra caution getting off the road, and then once you get there, enjoy yourselves and have a good time. And this is how you get information. Announcements just like these on the program each and every weeknight. Post Office Box 1443, and there's our phone, fax, email, and, of course, I'm on Facebook like everyone else in the free world. And you can always drop announcements or other information off here at the newsroom on East Maple Street. Funeral services for this Tuesday brought to you on behalf of our friends at the Magoffin County Funeral Home and MagoffinCountyFuneralHome.com. With services to be held in honor of 74-year-old Fred Bailey of Sagersville, who passed away on yesterday's date. Fred passed away at his home, the husband of Sue Bailey, and funeral arrangements for him are still incomplete at this hour, but will be announced soon by the Magoffin County Funeral Home. 49-year-old Thomas Kevin Cole of Royalton Road passed away yesterday, the son of Leola Bailey Cole and the late Oscar Cole, and besides his mother, he's survived by his wife, Karen Renee Arnett Cole, and a daughter, Jill Suzanne Renee Cole. Visitations are going to begin after 6 o'clock tomorrow. No visitation on Thursday, but visitation will resume again prior to services on Friday. It's Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock in his honor. Visitation and services all from the Magoffin County Funeral Home Chapel. Burial will follow thereafter at the Highlands Memorial Park at Staffordsville.
At the end of every race, Mark Martin hangs up his driving gloves. He hangs up his fire suit. And he hangs up his helmet. Which is why he picks up his phone and opens the ER Extra app. The app shows ER Extra wait times, locations, and more. It's the one safeguard Mark Martin is never without. ER Extra at Paul B. Hall Regional Medical Center. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Bailey's Furniture has done it again. This beautiful queen-size sleigh bed, media center, and matching chest are only $295 each, whether you buy one or buy them all. And you can save $400 and get a second nightstand with this gorgeous Von Bassett group. Lazy Boy rocker recliners start at $295, and Catnapper lift chairs start at $689 at Bailey's Furniture and GE Appliance Center. If ever there was a time to mosey on into the new Red's Boot Barn, it's this Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, where Black Friday sales aren't just on Friday anymore. You can get 30% off Red Wing work boots, 25% off Ariats. Muck Wetlands are cut to $109, and Muck Woody Max down to $159. They're going to have hourly specials every day, gift card and other giveaways, and everything in the store is going to be on sale Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, where Black Friday's not just on Friday at Red's Boot Barn in Sagersville.
Hi, I'm Don McFarland, and I want to be your family lawyer. Sometimes we all have troubles in our life, and when we do, it's good to have a friend that you can call on and during times of legal trouble. Please give me a call. I have been here my entire life. I was born here, I was raised here, I have a family here, and I've practiced law here since 1994. So if you ever have pain, if you ever have trouble, if you're ever in need, then pick up the phone and call Donald Wayne, 349-9000.
Let's do this. Can't believe my daughter wants to marry a Hatfield.
And I can't believe my son fell in love with a McCoy.
I got one thing to say. They're going to have the wireless plan with the best service.
And I say they're going to have the wireless plan with the biggest savings.
Daddy!
Hush up, Mary Beth.
Pa, stay out of this, Jonah.
We're done talking.
You got that right.
Better service.
Bigger savings.
Daddy, we've both got Appalachian Wireless. Better service.
Bigger savings.
That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
From time and money saving services like their overdraft protection, telephone and online banking services, to finding the right home, college, or car loan, to personalized checking and savings accounts designed around your exact needs, Sagersville National Bank is still your best choice and the same locally owned and operated bank that's been looking out for your family's financial health since 1902. Sagersville National, restoring the piggy bank population one savings at a time. 2014 Terexes are in with a newly redesigned 800cc power plant and a new 2-seat configuration. And the XP1000 is on the ground. 107 horsepower and a world-class suspension, plus Polaris financing as low as 2.99%, 5.99 for up to 72 months. But it's only good till the end of the year at Conley's, Kawasaki, and Polaris of Paintsville.
Tom Turkey here. Home Furniture's cooking up some sweet deals for the holidays. Buy a dining room suit and get 50% off the matching hutch. Buy a living room suit or sectional and get the matching chair or recliner 50% off. Buy any bedroom group and get a free mattress pad and sheet set. Plus, 0% interest for 3 years to qualified buyers. Make Thanksgiving a little tastier with your choice of a free ham or turkey with minimum purchase. Hurry into Home Furniture, Highlands Plaza, Prestonsburg.
The Sagersville City Council met in regular session last evening, not their usual meeting date, but a regular session of the month nonetheless. We'll begin with a financial report on behalf of Sagersville Mayor Pete Shepard. From there, we'll hear some remarks and other discussions in regards to blacktop projects and the Christmas celebration, which will be here before you know it.
Then I got a financial report here that it shows, I try to have this every month, and it shows our general fund right now has $66,000 in it, our tourism money fund has $13,000 in it, our LGDAF fund has $18,000 in it, and our road fund has $17,000 in it. And like I say, most of that's been the LGAF and the road fund will save until next spring, and the tourism will probably go down a little bit because we ain't paid to have the streams cleaned out here on State Road and that, so that's going to go down, but it'll get back up after the first quarter when we get our quarter back in. We took in revenue from 7/1/13 to today. We're $568,126, and we've spent $546,408. And I broke it down in each department, and then as you see, our general government is City Hall. We budgeted $364,000 this year for that. We spent to date $150,000 with a monthly average of $30,000, which projects us to be at the end of the year spending $361,800, which is just a little bit under budget, which is good on that. Police, we budgeted $400,000. We spent to date $132,000. That's a monthly average of $26,000. That should give us a projection of $317,000 spent at the end of the year, which will give us an $80,000 surplus at the end of the year on the police department.
That'd be nice cop cars right there.
Well, we want to talk about that in a second too. Fire department is another $400,000. We spent $122,000 to date to that. Monthly average of $24,000. That projects out to us at the end of the year spending $293,000 down to $400,000, leaving $100,000 budget on that. So, street department, we budgeted $275,000 this year. We spent to date $94,000. Our monthly average is $18,000 spending on the street department, and that projects out to having spent $227,000 at the end of the year. But I think that'll be a lot less because over the winter, I lay off the contract workers, and they'll probably be laid off right after Thanksgiving when we get the laptop and all that. They
Still under budget quite a bit.
Yeah, we're under budget still quite a bit. So,
I love that breakdown.
Yeah.
I commend you heavy on that breakdown. That's wonderful.
You know, it's broke down into, we've got every department broke down even more than that, but that's just the bottom line on it. We break it down into salaries, equipment, and all that. The other thing is, we did have a cruiser that got crashed, and everybody heard about that. The guys wrecked going to the school on last Sunday night at Richmond, totaled the car. It's over the fire department if anybody wants to go over and look at it. I've already checked with a couple of people about purchasing another cruiser, so when I get something final on that, I'll let the council know on that, see what we can get. But,
Well, it looks like we're gonna have about $240,007 surplus. I think we should buy some new cars and pay some on that fire truck.
Now, wait just a second, before we get doing it before the end of the year. I was looking, our revenues is not as up as much as it was last year, especially in, I didn't put that on there, I'll do that next one. I give you a little food for thought this one, next time I'll show you. We had budgeted in our budget $50,000 for licenses and business fees and all that stuff, and today we've only took in $12,000. So if we come in, the way that's projected, that's just going to be about $25,000 shortfall on that. So we got some places we're not taking in the revenue that we projected right now. So
You're
I'll have
paying it for their licenses, is that what it is?
licenses and fees. I'll have it broke down next meeting so you can see what it is. Okay.
Other items discussed during the meeting: a small renovation ongoing or getting ready to begin in the back of the Syersville Fire Department. Blacktop projects put on hold for the winter season. About 12, the mayor said, completed. The parking lot of the Syersville Fire Department, the Seaman Hill and Dixie, a couple of the larger ones. They do have some funds left over that they're going to hold until after the winter instead of patching prior to the winter season, doing some small stretches of blacktop sometime in the next spring season. Also, citing KRS, that after some questions about city police officers leaving the city limits, the mayor says that it is within the law and it is within his discretion to allow them to assist county and state police in regards to situations that may arise in the county and out of the city limits. Also, the Valero on the Parkway is set to reopen sometime in the near future. And then, of course, it was the Christmas parade, which starts December the 7th.
We are taking donations, need some donations.
What time's the parade start, Pete?
6 o'clock.
6 p.m.?
Yeah, I got I'll let you move it, Jeff. I'll give you a paper on that. It's got all the festivities.
I'll get it right here. I've got the thing from the...
Watch the paper and listen to the radio and all that stuff. Everything's going to start at around 3 o'clock. And then it's parade to 6. The toys, they don't give out the toys at the fire department this year, not at the Renaissance. So that's one change we'll have.
Well, they had it mixed up because they said City Hall, and then that's why I asked you the other day.
It's fire department because we got it blacktop now, and we can get them lined up in an orderly fashion. So we'll put them in there. Just do need donations. All the businesses out there, we will be sending. Some people will be coming around asking. We've tried to send some letters out, but try to donate. I think you're really going to be satisfied with the way we're going to do the city and the park this year. We took some tourism money and bought quite a few lights for the park and for downtown now. So we're going to do all the trees downtown and a lot in the park. So the guys have been working on that. We're going to try to have it lit up for Thanksgiving. So, we're getting bicycles, we're giving away 21 bicycles just like last year to each grade. They draw a name. Bailey's Hardware is going to purchase the bicycles for us, and I'd like to have some people just sponsor a bicycle. It'd probably be like $60, $75. You sponsor a bicycle. We'd have 21 sponsors, or just donate and we'll pay for the other donations. But I'd like to have sponsors and have them there that will give out the bicycles and let them be there when we donate them too. Yeah, they're just going to donate a couple of bicycles, but anybody wants to buy a bicycle and be there to give them to the kids. And so that's it's a little different. We're keeping that in the counties this year.
And that's it for now, with the exception of your weather forecast. You've been waiting for this one all day, I suspect. Well, let me paint a picture besides the colorful one that you're looking at now, which indicates a whole lot of moisture that's still coming down as rain in the viewing area. That's going to change over the course of the next couple of hours. 33 and 39, that was our low and high for the day at the office. That's 6 degrees in between. We didn't go very far. We have picked up more than 1 1/3 inches of rain over the past 24 hours, and we're still adding to that total. We're also going to see that rain freeze on roadways that will still be wet when temperatures drop to a nighttime low of 26. Then we're going to see some snow on top of that to the tune during the overnight, right now estimated at 1 to 2 inches. Keep it all in mind. It's all going to combine to make for one blustery mess that could really impact traveling conditions late tonight, certainly early tomorrow. That snow is going to continue to fall at its heaviest mainly before 1, but now those winds tonight, we're going to see 6 to 11 mile per hour gusts, and then tomorrow we think we'll hit 30, but it's not going to feel that warm. I'm trying to make this sound as best as possible. Winds tomorrow 11 to 25 mile per hour gusts, so it's going to have a wind chill factor that's going to put it down into the 20s. New snow, can you tell I'm having a hard time with this? New snow accumulation, maybe less than an inch tomorrow. Right now that puts us anywhere from 1 to 3 inches is our latest estimate from the National Weather Service. Then we'll see some flurries ending later on tomorrow night. Cold conditions will certainly prevail. 16 degrees is where we'll fall. Turkey Day still looks to be 33 and 16. No recovery as far as temperatures are concerned. But we will see clear, sunny skies across the board, and they're going to hang around Friday, Saturday, and into your Sunday. That's about as far as I can go with the sunshine, and temperatures warming up to a balmy 47 by the end of your weekend. For now, that's my time. A winter weather advisory well in effect for obvious reasons. Thank you all for being a part of the show. Keep your eye on the weather. Early morning commutes could be dicey. Please pay attention to the roads, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night for more of your news today.